god. Alright. I'm probably gonna have to have the chat box open for this one. To be honest, oh wait. This is gonna be one of those streams, because I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm not exactly in the best mood. But I'll give it a second because I'm waiting on someone to join, because we have to talk about some shit, unfortunately. Yeah. Alright, so, unfortunately, I gotta get started talking about some stuff that I don't want to talk about. I don't really care if, and I'm gonna try, like, I'm gonna try not to cry when I talk about this situation, but it's honestly hell. Okay. So let's get into it. Last night I attended a streamer party. I don't know the name of the group. I know some of the people that are part of the group. Everyone who's actually a part of the group are like really good people. So I'm gonna try and figure out the name because obviously I have to be specific here. It was the OSCS party. The only person I know from that group is Arky, because I only know him because when I came there, they were really, really nice. They were super nice to me, and I really appreciate like their hospitality, all like talking to me, not making me feel weird or anything. Um, but basically, when I was there, keep in mind when I go to a party, I'm only gonna go somewhere where I am wanted. I don't go out too often anymore. I've just been more to myself, especially like with all like the crazy stuff that's been going on, which I'm gonna get into that as well. But long story short, my friends were going to this party. They told me about it, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll join you guys. I didn't really think it was that deep. I don't even really feel like I have beef with anyone. So I request to get on the list for this party. Um, I get on the list, which is what's super confusing. Like, I'm on the list for this party, right? So whoever's running the party on Partyful has to accept my name and put me on the list in order for me to go to this party, right? So I'm on the list. I link up with my friends, and then we pull up to the party. I'm not streaming. I'm not doing anything like fucked up or anything. I'm just chilling in a corner. I'm hanging out with my friends. I just feel weird tension because when I walk in, I notice like Jason, the Ween, kind of staring at me. And if you guys know any history with me and Jason, we don't have any issues with each other, really. I think he feels a type of way, I don't know, maybe because of the fact that we both used to be friends with David, and that's like such a touchy subject. Or the fact that like I'm not friends with Sakura because Sakura stopped being friends with me because of the David situation, right? So I don't know, but me and David directly, or not me and David, me and Jason don't directly have any form of beef. Um, but anyways, like first when I walked in, I saw he was looking at me, so I literally just, I say hi, like I'm cordial. I never like being mean to people. Like I'm just, I don't know, I just don't like being mean. And so obviously like I'm chilling. I had said hello, and then I didn't interact with anyone who was even like really streaming like the entire time that I was there. Most of the time, like I was just chilling. Um, in the corner with my friends. Like, I can literally show you guys videos. I'm literally just having fun with my friends. I didn't drink. I'm fully sober. I'm just chilling there. Um, and then we're hanging out, and I go out with my friend to go get a drink of water, and then I come back in, and I see that Jason's guarding the door to go in or whatever, which I thought he was like doing something for stream, like maybe like clip farming. So I thought it was funny. I was like, oh, you not gonna let me in, whatever. Um, and I grabbed like his like fake baton, and then I like moved out the way, and then I handed it back. And I don't I don't know what the fuck I did. But immediately he goes to security, and he's like, points to me, like, aka like, get me the fuck out. And mind you, I didn't do anything. So now I'm just like a little confused at this point. So I go, and I'm like, hanging out with my friends. I thought it was like a clip farm thing. I didn't even think it was anything serious. But it turns out he texted hella people, like, get Aysia out of here. Like, get her out of here, all this stuff. It's not his party. I wasn't doing anything to anybody. It's honestly like super embarrassing. Cause like I don't even know what the fuck I did. Um, but I'm just a little bit lost at this point. Obviously, like, people are all of a sudden like spamming this chat, which is fine. Like, y'all can do whatever, but Jason was trying to get me kicked out of this party for no reason. And one of the things that I always come on here and try and vouch for with people, especially like people who are a little bit more like awkward, like I am, is like, I don't feel like we should be bullying people. That was straight up bullying. Like, bro ganged up hella people against me for me to get kicked out of somewhere where I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just chilling there. And so for all the people that are like, oh, you don't know what you did wrong. Okay, let's dive into like the two things that people say that I did that was like hell, right? They're saying that I have involvement with David, and they're saying that I was mean to Sakura. All right, so let's go into those two things. With David, I met David when I was modeling on a set. I got hired as a model on his set. We hung out, we were friends, and then I got hired as a stylist on his tour. And because of that, people think that like I was somehow linked to this murder of Celeste Rivas, which is horrible. I haven't been able to dive into the exact details of everything because I've been trying to be super respectful to the investigation and to Celeste Rivas's death, also to all of the like the trial and the investigators. Like, you realize legally I can't really talk too much about things. All I can really say is like, no, we never dated. We used to be friends, but obviously when I found everything out, we stopped being friends. Like, do you think I still support this guy? No. And when all this stuff came out about David and them, it was really, really frustrating and honestly just difficult because a lot of people were affected. That's what a lot of people are not going to understand. Like people are attacking Jason for the David thing. All Jason did was make some songs with bro. Maybe they were friends, but why are people blaming David's actions on Jason? Sakura was at Jason or David's house with me on the 4th of July party. Does that mean that David's actions equal Sakura? No. And I've never wanted anyone to get attacked for David's actions. And I'm vouching for people because people like myself, like, I'm getting attacked as well for things. And all I'm trying to do is get justice for Celeste Rivas. Like, I feel like we're putting eyes on the wrong thing, the unimportant things, especially. And it's been really, really difficult for me. It's been really difficult for a lot of people. Like, I know some creators were getting attacked for even mentioning that they felt uncomfortable that David's been in their home before and stuff like that. But they're valid for feeling uncomfortable. Like, I think this is a crazy situation and it's horrible. Everything that's happening is horrible. Um, but what was hard for me mostly is I felt that me and Sakura were friends, or at least becoming closer. We hung out quite a few times, streamed quite a few times, and we had a lot of deep conversations with each other. So when everything was going down, when David's stuff first went down, I thought that, the friends that I did have would defend me and have my back. Just like, I was defending Sakura behind her back, especially with everything going on, with all the hate that she was getting. I was vouching for her. People would talk behind her back and I would be like, don't talk about her like that. Or they would mention like, oh, but she was in David's house. Why is David's actions equaling Sakura's actions? That doesn't make any sense. And I'll still defend her on the David thing because I don't think anyone should be getting attacked. Now, I called Sakura a mean girl, I think, like a few weeks back, because she betrayed me as a friend. I, behind closed doors, would always defend Sakura, especially when it comes to the David situation. I didn't have any involvement with anything, and I've been fully cooperative with investigators and police and stuff like that because that's what I want to do. I want to get justice for Celeste Rivas. But yeah, I'm defending everyone behind closed doors, and all these people that were close to me just turned their back on me. So obviously, like, I don't know. Like, I really fucked with these people, and I had their back, especially Jason. Always have said very good things about him. Many people I've said very good things about behind closed doors, but it just doesn't fucking matter. Like, honestly, like, especially, last night at the party, I didn't think that me and Jason had any problem with each other. And also, like, I'm not a violent person, so at the end of the day, like, even if I did have beef with someone, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Like, it's really not that deep. I can keep things to myself, and I don't give people dirty looks. I don't press people. I don't do anything to anyone. If you look in any of Jason's streams, like, when have I ever pressed Jason or made him feel uncomfortable or did anything to him? Same thing with Sakura. So I don't understand why he went out of his way, like, to try and get me kicked out of a place. So this is what happened. So when we're in the place and he tried to get me kicked out, he's texting like the owners and stuff. Even the people he was texting were confused. They were like, why are you trying to get her kicked out? Because I'm not doing anything, right? So now I'm at a party. I'm with like 8 of my friends, maybe like 6 of them, and everyone's kind of confused. They're like, why is security looking for you? I'm like, I don't know. It puts me in also a very awkward position in front of so many people that are live streaming, because now it makes me look like I'm this terrible, horrible person when I'm not doing anything, and I've been so good to so many fucking people. And so I just decided, like, I started crying, like, being transparent. I started crying in front of my friends. I'm not a big crier, but, I just got emotional because everyone wants to blame everyone but David. Why are we blaming Jason? Why are we blaming Sakura? Why are we blaming me? Why are we blaming all of these people except for the person we're supposed to be having eyes on? Why are we taking eyes away from what we're really supposed to be focusing on? We're supposed to be trying to get this girl justice, and there's the dumbest headlines I've ever seen. Like, I don't even know what the fuck to do anymore. But anyways, I left the fucking party. Pre-recorded. This isn't pre-recorded. I'm literally chilling in my fucking room. But anyways, like, I just left before security kicked me out because I knew then it was gonna look really bad to a bunch of people that were there. So then I just sent Jason a text, to which, it's like, we're so bad with each other, yet I have his contact and his number. Like, we have text messages. Like, it's just so annoying. But I just, long story short, I sent him like a paragraph, and I was basically saying, like, I'm super disappointed about the way that you handled things tonight. Like, I'm honestly embarrassed. I'm pissed off. Like, you made me cry in front of my friends. Like, I'm not uncomfortable with the way that you handled things. And it's the fact that he can just do that just because he's a bigger creator than me. Obviously, the other guys that are in that house probably feel inferior or whatever, but it wasn't even his party. I got accepted on this list just like everyone else. I was having fun with my friends just like everyone else, and I was not bothering him. I would totally understand trying to get me kicked out if I was bothering you, but I wasn't bothering him. It's just all super shitty. And then a lot of people saying like, oh, but like she's friends with Bree, that's why she's there, she's friends with Bree. I thought I was friends with Bree. I texted her too. She said that she unfollowed me to protect her peace and stuff like that. And you know what? I get it. I feel like she doesn't want to be linked to everything going on, and I don't feel like people should be attacking her for the stuff that is going on. Like, that's not fair to her. It's not fair to anyone. Like, I don't know how many times I have to come online and say that David blindsided all of his friends. All of us. Like, we're all just a little fucking confused. Because he portrayed himself to be this angel of a person, this great friend. So we're all like, what the fuck? I think we're all a little scared. I think when you deal with a person who's like a genuine psychopath for the first time, I mean, like an actual psychopath, you're fucking lost because you're like, what the hell just happened? I would have never thought in a million years he would do something like that. But that's the thing. That's like the common denominator between all of these fucking crazy ass people is you never fucking know what they're capable of. Because they would never show you that side of them. And like, people are like, oh, how is it that you just couldn't tell? What are you talking about? How could I not tell? When you're, for instance, like when you're dating someone, right? God, I never knew he was a cheater. Like, I can't believe he cheated on me. Or like when you're friends with someone and they stab you in the back and you're like, damn, I never thought they were capable of that. You'll never know what a person is capable of until they show you. That's just kind of how it works. I don't want there to be hate towards Jason, Sakura, Bree, any of the guys who live in the house at that party yesterday. I don't want there to be hate on any of those people, especially regarding like the David shit. I'm coming on here to talk to you about this horrible experience that happened last night. I'm just tired of people always wanting to blame the woman. Like, it's so much easier to blame girls in instances. It's so much easier to bully people who have like also like a smaller following. Like, I don't really have a big following. It's never really been about that. I've always just been having fun on social media. It's so hard to talk about this shit. Like, streaming is just a place for everyone to get fucking bullied like shit. Like, I had so much fun when I first started out streaming, and then I started streaming with bigger people, and I realized exactly how fucked up the streamer community is. Like, I remember I was scrolling on TikTok the other day, and I saw, I think it was Yana who popped up, and I remember like every video I've seen of her, like, she seems really nice, she seems really cool, right? And people in the comments were like, oh, she acts like this, oh my god. And I was like, are we serious, bro? Bro, she is like the biggest ball of sunshine that the streaming community has right now. Like, and people still want to keep bullying, keep bringing people down. Like, I'll just never understand it. And that's why, like, it's really hard for me to even want to stream anymore. Like, I took a fat hiatus, and like, I get you guys might not care like if I stream or not. I get it. It's more for me. Like, I want to have fun with my community. Like, I don't know, bro. And like, a lot of this shit, like, it's very easy to blame someone, right? I understand that there's really high feelings towards everything going on, which is super valid. Like, I want the answers too. I really do. Like, you guys have no idea. But especially with investigators and stuff like that, we can't rush their process. We can't. I don't know. There's so much like there's so much AI bullshit going on and everything. I don't know. Why did I pre-record? Why do you guys think this is pre-recorded? I've said like twice this is not pre-recorded. I'm just talking to you guys about the stuff that is going on. I think it's really important that we speak on this stuff. I will say though, there is one thing I do definitely want to talk about with the David situation. Which this is super difficult to speak about because I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about. The trial hasn't happened yet. That's one thing that is a really big deal. The trial has not started yet. I'm trying to be respectful. I was on the tour with David. I have been compliant with investigators, police, and everyone who has asked things of me. I've even put out a statement to the public on Reddit after I was getting a lot of death threats and harassment towards me and my family. So I don't know what more you guys want me to do. I've raised so much awareness about Celeste Rivas' death, and I feel for her and her family so fucking much. I'm trying not to fucking cry here, because obviously, like, you know, I think the worst thing about it is people, like, are not taking this shit serious. A little girl was killed. We need to take this serious. I just wish people would actually use their brains when it comes to stuff like this. Stop making fake AI evidence. Stop bringing people into this that have nothing to do with this. Like, oh my god, like, what more can I fucking say, bro? Like, I'm trying to talk about things. I'm trying to be straightforward. But this is all just like, this is fucking hell. This situation is hell. And hell for everyone who had to be around that dude. Like, I don't know, bro. Oh yeah, and then, okay. That's something I can talk to you guys about though. Okay. So there's a screenshot going around of me texting someone in 2024, right? And it's like this random girl that I'm not even close with. I think I worked with her one time, and that's why we were mutuals. So I can actually break down exactly what happened there because everyone's a little confused. I didn't feel like I was able to talk about this because I didn't know what was legally acceptable, or if I talked about something, it was like tampering with evidence. You know what I mean? But anyways, I texted this girl because I see this, you know, the missing poster, and I'm like, yo, that's my friend's girlfriend, because I knew David was dating this girl. That's common knowledge, right? So I respond back, and on the missing poster, unfortunately, what people don't understand is you can't see The screenshot that that girl had posted, you couldn't see her age, you couldn't see really much info. So that's why I had responded, and I was like, hey, like, I was genuinely just concerned for her. I was like, hey, this is my friend's girlfriend, like, you know, what's going on? And then she goes, can you confirm she's 13? Of course, I go, what the fuck? Okay, because obviously that's a big thing to say. And David used to be my homie. So I'm like, oh nah, my close homie's fucking with a minor? Hell no, I don't fuck with that shit. So immediately I go to David. And I'm like, hey, this girl's saying that you're fucking with a fucking 13-year-old. You need to explain yourself. He was like, dude, that's not even true. Like, she's like 19. And I was like, no, she's not. She said she's 13. Like, show me proof. And you know what? He showed me proof. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna back off. I feel like I'm harassing my friend. Obviously, now that's a little too much. And obviously there was more conversation than that. I can't get into every single detail for legal reasons, but I didn't just go, oh, hey, is your friend 13? And he went, no. And I was like, oh, okay, la 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 la. Like, I wasn't being stupid. I was like, no, show me proof. Okay? Like, I need to see actual evidence because I think you're fucking with a minor. And obviously when my friend tells me, he's like, no, I'm not, shows me proof that he is not, and I harass him more, and he's like, dude, like, chill the fuck out. Like, manipulated the fuck out of me, to be honest. I was like, okay, like, honestly, I'm tripping. Jeez, okay, I'm a layoff. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much the explanation with the screenshot. I know a lot of people have been wanting me to talk about it, but the sad thing about the internet is I could give you guys all the information in the world. Y'all still will not believe me. Like, it really doesn't matter what I say. People are just not going to believe me. And that's just how it is. And no, like, I can't, like, explain to you guys what he showed me. I can't prove things to you guys, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter if I give you guys the answers. The internet's always going to spin things and always going to do this shit to me. I don't know. I'm even, like, I'm looking at the chat right now, and even, like, yeah, see, it's like people literally just attacking me. But for sure, bro. I have not protected anyone. The moment investigators wanted to speak to me, I told them everything I knew because I just wanted to, whatever information I can give, I just wanted to help. But yeah, I mean, people are saying that I'm protecting certain people the very moment I found out about this shit. I mean, like, even on tour, when this stuff happened, I immediately flew away from that tour. Like, I've just been terrified ever since. I took, like, a fat hiatus, obviously, from socials, because this is honestly crazy. I'll probably be taking another break from socials, due to the way that this shit's happening. Yeah, people are deadass crazy. This is wild. Anyways, yeah, I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, maybe just take a break from things. I took a break for like 8 months, but people forget, like, I do enjoy, like, making content and being on social media, and if I didn't do anything wrong, I don't really understand why I have to. I've been so respectful to the case. Even when I wanted to go on the internet and just start, like, rambling about everything going on, I stayed quiet for the respect of, you know, information not getting tampered with, and for everything to go directly to investigators. But, you know, like, honestly, there's really nothing I can do to make things better. All right. Well, yeah. Yeah, I don't fuck with streaming. I think this community's way too toxic. You guys are all too young. Jeez. All right.